Hey, welcome here. I'm so glad you made it, friend. I just wanted to tell you a bit about myself, a bit about my background, where I came from, where I was raised, and my story about how I came from somebody who had never even heard of essential oils all the way to somebody who uses them for anything and everything, and we use them on our kids. My husband and I both use them. I use them through pregnancy. I use them through delivery. And so here I am just wanting to share my story. And that's what I'm really passionate about, is also telling other people about essential oils as well. So let's get started. My name is Crystal Gavigan. I live in a little city in Manitoba, Canada. And I am a mom of 3 small boys. They are ages 6, 4, and 1 years old. And we got started using essential oils 4 years ago. It's hard to believe that has been 4 years already. I'm just like you, and this is my story to tell you that I am just like you. I grew up on a farm, and a grain and beef farm. And my mom worked outside the home. She worked as a kindergarten teacher, and my dad's a farmer. We were raised eating very healthy. We ate the meat that was grown on our farm. We ate the vegetables that were grown in our garden. Basically, if we couldn't grow it, we probably didn't eat it. At one point, my dad milked the cow, and my mom prepared it for us so that it was safe to drink. She can can anything. Literally, my mom was making oatmeal in mason jars before it was even cool to eat your oatmeal in a mason jar. We were diapered in cloth diapers. My mom, she could can anything. My grandmother, I remember her coming into our home and being like, "Do you have any bones for me so I can make soup?" And I thought, oh, bones, bone broth soup, gross. But really, they were doing that was the best for them, making this bone broth. And now we know today you can just buy bone broth. People are buying bone broth, and it's funny to some of the older generation because they're like, well, we could just make that ourselves. So I'm just here to tell you that maybe I was raised on a farm, and maybe you can relate to that as well. Maybe you're raised in the city, whatever, but I'm just here to tell you that I'm just like you. I wasn't raised by hippies in some backwoods country somewhere. We just lived a conventional, normal life. We cleaned growing up, looking back now, but we cleaned with Windex. We used the Clorox powder. We used Pledge, was saved for special occasions like Christmas, and getting ready for gatherings. And it was funny, I was just talking to my mom about this today, that these were all those products that I just listed, for our parents, they were on commercials on TV, and you're led to believe that it's safe. And the commercial was, if you use Pledge, your house would be so beautiful and so clean. And this is what we're seeing. And we know that it's not the truth. In our home, we weren't really candle burners or candle lighters or wax plugins. Our home always smelled like fresh baked muffins, or like a roast. And we're all healthy kids. We're rarely sick. So my story isn't about being sick and finding a healthy way with the oils. We just wanted to ditch and switch, because as I learned after I had my first son and then into my second son, I started to learn that those cleaners and those products, they're not actually safe for us, even though they're marketed to believe that they're safe. In our home too, dryer sheets, people think that dryer sheets are something that you need to have, but really they're just full of toxins. So what I'm going to tell you is exactly how we got started in Young Living Essential Oils. So basically, now that you know that I'm just like you, let's get started and let's just kind of figure out how I was like, yeah, let's do this. So basically what happened was I had my first son, great, whatever. I used all those kind of conventional cleaners that you find in the grocery store. I didn't know any better. We had my second son, and then my first son started having these crazy night terrors. Like, he was literally legit getting out of his bed, running down the hall, screaming bloody murder, and was waking us up. I had just had my second son, so we're not sleeping. It's getting crazy. I was talking to my friend, my friend Holly. She's a hairdresser. I was like, I don't know what to do. She's like, you need to try oils. I was like, I've only ever heard of frankincense because it's in the Bible. We have it at the Catholic Church. It smells like frankincense on Good Friday. Like, that is all I know. It was a gift to Jesus from the wise men. She's like, got to get some oils. You can get them from Heather. Thank you, Heather DiFrancesco, for answering my email and helping me get started and on this journey of essential oils. So I reached out to Heather, and she was like, this is what you can get. You can get a box of oils. I don't remember how many it had at the time. I got a diffuser, and it came. And I think I had read somewhere or something, but I also ordered cedarwood with my kit of oils. And at that time, Valor came in the kit. If you don't have Valor, you need Valor and cedarwood. So I got my oils. First of all, I remember it was like, oh, this is an investment. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this something else that's going to sit in my closet? I don't know. But we got the oils. I remember getting the box, and I sat down on the light and in the living room. It was right before Christmas, like opening Christmas cards in the box. I was like, hey, yeah, we're going to do this. So I plugged in the diffuser, put it in Blake's room. I had lavender, Valor, and cedarwood in the diffuser. I put it in Epsom salts. I put a drop of each, or 2 drops, whatever, in Epsom salts, put it in the bath. And I also made a roller because we have a great store uptown that you can buy like these rollers. So I got a roller, and I put that same stuff in there, and we rolled it on the bottoms of his feet. And you know what? He was starting to fall asleep. He ended up being able to fall asleep a lot easier, which made him not being overtired, which led to us not seeing any more night terrors. And Connor has never had night terrors, and he's 4. And so we were lucky with that. Some other things that I did. So we were desperate parents, sleep support. So then I'm like, I've invested in this. So I started doing my own research. I got a book. You can get so many books from Life Science Publishing, but I got like the reference guide, I think it was. Heather gave me a reference guide. I got the Gentle Babies book. I was like, I want to know more. Tell me more. I started doing research, and I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of junk in fragrance. There's like 300 chemicals. Something can be named fragrance. That's like 300 different things. This is crazy. So I got some Thieves Cleaner. I can't remember when I ditched and switched it all. I don't remember that exact day. But just slowly over time, we just started ditching and switching. Because I did think when Blake was little and I would like Swiffer the floor, I was like, this can't be good. It's like crawling in it. I don't know what else to do. And vinegar and water just smells gross. So, I don't know, let's keep going. But then I discovered that this is all bad for us. So we had to get rid of it. Plant-based, plant-based, plant-based. So I have plant-based cleaner. That's all we use now. The Thieves Cleaner. And Norwex Claws are great too. Yeah, so we kind of ditched and switched. We've switched over all our hand soap slowly. And I started making my stuff. First of all, I have my box of oils. And I'm like, what else can I do? What else can I make? Go on Pinterest, you guys. There's so much stuff. You can go on YouTube and you can type in like Thieves hand soap, and you can make your own hand soap. It's so simple. It's so cheap and easy. Like, if you're a thrifty mama like me, you can make anything. Let me see. I have more notes here. The other thing, like, I suffered from stomach issues too. When I was living in Ireland, I lived in Ireland for a bit. All of a sudden, I was just having like these really bad stomach pain. So I was going to different, like the Chinese medicine little kiosks in the mall. And they took a piece of my hair and they sent it away. It was just so bad. I couldn't even, when we would come back, I couldn't even go to my own mother's and have dinner. It was that bad. And so I did speak to somebody like a nutritionist or an iridologist, and they figured out that I actually have a weak digestive system. So when I got my oils, I started looking into that too. And I got Digize, one called Digize, and it has like fennel and ginger in it. And it changed my life as well. Like, I don't have any kind of stomach issues, hardly ever. Like, I have to be careful what I eat, but been great. And Ningxia Red, I drink Ningxia Red every single day, because your gut is like your second brain. And if you're not taking care of your gut, it affects your whole body systems, like all your body systems. Like, I used to be so tired. I didn't even have kids when I was so tired. So if you're like someone who's like always tired, it's time to like look and be like, that's actually not okay. I have 3 small kids. I'm tired now, but I don't need to like lie down and have a 20-minute nap before I go and do something. Like, I'm fine. That was all related to my gut. So when I healed my gut, the fog was lifted. Also, when we got rid of our toxins in our home, like our home has been fragrant free for 4 years now. I feel like I can smell the air again. It sounds like so bizarre, but I can go outside and I can smell just everything. I think everyone needs to be the gatekeeper in their own home. So you can do your own research. You can look up your own things, and don't be afraid of oils, and don't be afraid of plants. Be afraid of the red dyes and the yellow dyes that are being put in junk, but they're being marketed for kids and they're being marketed as safe. But even products that are marketed as safe, they're just fragrance. Get rid of it all. If you have seasonal or environmental allergies, ask the questions like, why? What is it that we're putting in our bodies and on our skin that could be contributing factors to this? I love doctors. I do. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like we're going because we have a problem and we want a fix for our symptom, and we're not actually taking care of the actual problem. So I encourage everyone to be the gatekeepers in their own home and bring in products that are safe. And start asking those questions. Don't be a robot. It's on the shelf, so I'm going to buy it. We're not questioning, or we just kind of like let it pass when Johnson & Johnson's has whatever they had in the baby powder there recently. I forget what it is, but it's toxic. Makeup companies that are marketed for kids that you're finding, they're like have like lead in it. Like, you guys, this is crazy. Why are we letting this be okay? It's just so powerful. I feel so empowered that I have my little box of oils and my little toolkit that I can use to just help my children when they have health concerns that come up, or just to make my house smell yummy. I've got lots of blends and different things that I can do and mix it up and make my house smell yummy. So ask these questions. Like, ask yourself, why are young girls developing sooner? Things are affecting our hormones and they're toxic. Is the deodorant you're putting under your armpits? I like to ask the question, what's it interfering with? Why am I putting this toxic stuff closest to my most sensitive tissue on my body? Your skin is the largest organ. You got to take care of it. The same as when you're trying to eat healthy, you're looking for the best products. When my parents were trying to make us eat healthy, they were just doing the best for us. And now we know about healthy eating, and now we have to switch our mindset also to focus on healthy products that we're putting on our skin, which is going into your bloodstream. It's going to all areas of your body. So yeah, a little tangent there, but that's okay. So that's my story. Just remember, I'm just like you. I'm a mom, and I just want the best for my kids, and I just want to be the gatekeeper in my own home, and I'm just asking those questions. And you should too, that you can talk with your dollars. You don't have to buy it. These are big companies, but how it can affect, maybe they'll make change, is if we just speak with our dollars and we just say, nope, I'm not buying that. I'm looking for a cleaner alternative, whatever it may be. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for listening to my story tonight or today, whenever you're watching this. And I wish you all the best.